Revelation chapter 18, verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. First and foremost, I would like to take all of y'all, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kakodash, the ones to the apostles and elders, Great Nelson, and Rubel. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful electoral brothers out there pushing the word in truth and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, stay strong, pushing the ways. Quick lesson. As soon as I read this particular article right here, which the article's title is "The American Empire Has Fallen, though Washington may not know it yet." And the first script, of course, the first scripture that popped in my mind was Revelation 18, verse 2. Because this same Babylon that is spoken of in the scriptures, or, it's also called the daughter of Babylon or Babylon the Great, this is actually talking about America. So John the Revelator, he actually saw visions of America being destroyed, of America's falling. Okay, America's society collapsing. And not just John the Revelator, but many of our righteous forefathers that were living during those times, that were prophesying about this. They actually saw visions of America being destroyed. They saw visions of America's economy collapsing, and things of that nature. Okay, so this is definitely biblical. This prophecy happening right before our very own eyes. That's why the scripture says to watch. So when you watch, you read certain articles like this, and the juices start flowing, right? The prophetic juices start flowing. You start putting scriptures with these different news articles, and different things that happen in the news. Okay, so we are definitely living in prophetic times. So it says the American empire has fallen, though Washington may not know it yet. As a matter of fact, if you notice in this picture, look, the U.S. Capitol, right? This type of building is buildings that the Edomites used to build in Rome. Okay, so this is modern day Rome, or this is Rome revitalized, or Rome being born back again. Okay, so this is Rome all over again, man. Okay, but anyways, it says, wanting to turn back the clock and restore the American empire to what it was to what it was before Donald Trump's presidency is a fool's errand. It's already a thing of the past, and the storming of the U.S. Capitol was just the last straw. Which that whole storming of the U.S. Capitol thing, that all that shit was a false flag attack. It was all baloney shit, man. Okay, they put a bunch of actors, and it was a false crisis thing. So now what happened with that is Esau is pushing a bunch of laws. Okay, behind that whole shit, just like what they did with the Twin Towers. They brought out the Patriot Act. Guess what? They did the same exact thing. Okay, so they're further turning the people in terrorists. Okay, they're the laws that Esau's passing is actually putting the American citizens, and naming us as terrorists. So if we do something, right, some let's say for example you might get caught with the gun or whatever, with the weapon. Esau's liable to charge you as a fucking terrorist, man. And he'll be able to throw the damn book at you, and that's it. You're done. It's a wrap. So Esau is passing all these laws that are taking the rights and the freedoms away from the people, from the citizens. So that's all that storming of the U.S. Capitol shit was about. Was so these devils can pass more unrighteous decrees, like the scripture says, and wicked laws to further oppress and suppress you. But it says, don't take my word for it, though. If the post-American era has a start date, it is almost certainly today, argued none other than the head of the Council on Foreign Relations, the foremost think tank advocating for the empire in Washington, after Wednesday's storming of the Capitol by several hundred Trump supporters protesting the certification of the election for Biden. Yeah, and it goes on and on, but this is definitely the time of America's downfall, of America's demise. Okay, we are definitely living in that time, man. People think that this is going to happen 20, 50, 100 years from now. These people are crazy. If they can't see that this shit is about to go down, that America's about to collapse, and people are going to go crazy, okay, there's going to be famines and things of that nature. There's going to be riots. There's going to be cities burning the fuck down. So if people can't see, man, the people are gonna get caught off guard, man. Straight up. But going back to the scripture, I'll start at verse 1, Revelation 18, verse 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Exactly, because all these other nations, they always trade with America. They always have these deals with America. You know, you give me this, I'll give you that. And people have gone billions, if not trillions of dollars off of America. You know, off of making, negotiations and business with America. People have gone rich. And so these people from these other countries, from these other nations, they're going to be crying. They're going to be standing from afar off, and they're going to be crying at America's destruction, because America was a money pit to them. It was a money pit. It was a money making business shit that, business trade that they had going on. So they're gonna be crying. They're gonna be sad because there ain't no more money to be made. Okay, and trust, when you make business with America, that's profitable, man. You come up with a lot of money if you're in good terms with America, you get rich quick, man. Okay. Let me go ahead and get Revelation 14. You see, so there's no more saving America. America's done. America's never gonna come back to its former glory. All that MAGA shit, they'll make America great again. All that shit is out the window. It ain't coming back. Like the scripture says, if you try to heal America, with some balm, it's not gonna happen. As a matter of fact. There's a book of Jeremiah 51. I'll start at verse 6. Jeremiah 51, verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. And this is the time we're living in. We're living in the time of the Lord's vengeance. This says, verse 7, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken over wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Okay, and this is what we're coming down to. When America's going to be hit with the ICBM missiles, man, that's it, game over. So it says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Hell for her, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. Exactly. So you devils could try to do, you devils could try to come up with everything and all things. Okay, this is how we're going to deliver America. This is how we're going to save America off of financial problems, off of economic debt, and this it's not going to work. Okay, all your witchcrafts and your sorceries that were once working for America, guess what? All that shit, the Most High, cut that shit out. The Most High cut it off, and now you devils are witnessing your demise. So now you devils are slowly slipping down into a pit, and there ain't no coming out of that pit no more, man. You devils are trying to claw your way back up. You devils are trying to scratch your way back up, but you devils just keep slipping, deeper and deeper into that pit. Till you devils are gonna finally be caught up and be in chains, be in slavery. Okay. It says, verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. Okay, exactly. So Babylon, you can't heal Babylon. All that make America great again shit, that's game over, man. That's out the window. Okay. Let me go back to Revelation 14. There's Revelation 14, verse 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And what is that? Her democracy. Okay, her wicked ways, her wicked ideas. Because now these other nations are following suit. They're following right behind America's ways. Okay. Verse 9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture, into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented and fire and brimstone, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of the torment ascendeth up forever and ever. They have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Okay, so those people that receive the mark of the beast, which is an RFID chip, they're going to be destroyed, right? Which America is also known as the Lake of Fire, because that's how America's going to look from a aerial point of view. You know, from an outer space point of view, America's going to look like a huge lake of fire. That's where, you know, us, Lord willing, and those men, the hopeful elect, you know, and the rest of the brothers, we're going to be in those ships looking down at America's destruction. Okay? Because it says right here, in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, because you're going to have the chariots up in the sky witnessing with the elect, witnessing the destruction of America. Okay, right? You know, we're gonna witness it with our very own two eyes. Okay, so there's gonna be the angels. You're gonna have Yahweh Shai too. You know, watching the destruction. Oh, and guess what? Even the UFOs are gonna, you know, what they call so-called UFOs, which those are the chariots. They're gonna be getting down too. Okay, not only is America and certain parts of the world gonna be destroyed with ICBM missiles, but the angels, Yahweh Shai and the angels are gonna be in the midst of that destruction too. They're going to be getting down. They're going to be zapping people. They're going to be destroying buildings with their laser beams. Okay. So, it's a wrap for America. America's done, man. Okay. And that's why they all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay. Anyways, with that, I'm going to call Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Bashum Hakudash. Till next time, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Say shalom.